Hello everyone, this is Ro from MW3 HD. Today we're going to be getting you through the final mission of Act 1, the story mission if you will, called Extraction. This will net you the Ride and Die calling card along with a bunch of XP and access to the second act. Without wasting any time, let's go. So when you infill into the match, once the mission is equipped, which it will equip for you, you'll notice there's nothing special. Do not panic. Just give it about 2 or 3 minutes and eventually a special icon on the map will pop up. It will be the normal exfil icon with a little golden star next to it. That is your key out of there. That is where the mission will begin. Until then, you are technically in the sandbox version of the mode, so do not worry. However, even though it is considered an exfil, you actually keep everything from the current world. So the current sandbox you're in this current match that you infilled into, any perk, any weapon rarity, any pack-a-punch will all carry into the next game. You also get a full stack of plates, so don't worry too much about plates. Before you go on into the world, which you can go at any time that you please, I highly advise you make a mental checklist of 3 things. Number 1 being pack-a-punching your current weapon or weapons to level 1 rarity at a minimum. This will help you greatly in this area, as these zombies are considered level 2 in terms of their health, so think of it as being medium threat zone. Number 2, perks. Now you can complete these by either helping teammates complete the missions, and or simply completing contracts and opening up the reward rift. Either way, perks will help you out, none of them can hurt. And number 3 can kinda go without, but it also can help you out at the very end bit, this being searching for turret modifications, so cryo freeze, brain rot, whatever it may be. Turret circuit modifications can help you out immensely in the last bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second here. Now to do this relatively swiftly, especially if you're a solo player, I highly advise doing deliver cargo and bounty contracts. Those are the fastest, they will net you the most cars in the fastest amount of time. The more you go up the threat zones, the more you're kind of risking it, but the more payout you'll get. For all this, roughly 3 contracts, 2 cargoes and a bounty will do just fine for your pack-a-punch and other needs you might have. Now when you go to the exfil site itself, you'll notice it's actually not a normal exfil. No extra zombies will actually spawn about, so this is not a farming exfil. Simply just kill any zombies that are there and exfil at your own leisure. It's basically like a DMZ exfil in a way, minus the AI going completely apeshit. Now a whole cutscene will play out, and eventually you'll be controlling your character. Now your character actually cannot get off of the helicopter early. There are invisible barriers here. Just wait until the barriers go off and then exit through the rear ramp. It's going to put you on a roof here. No worries, there's a bunch of mercenaries as described by some of the dialogue. They are taking a lot of the fire from the zombies off of you. To avoid as much confrontation as possible, simply just go to this route over here to the right. Now, you're going to be tasked to go to this center building here, which will be on the rooftop. Now, getting to the rooftop is followed by 1 staircase. There may be more, but from what I saw, there was 1 staircase up there. It will be guarded by a bunch of zombies. This is where your perks and pack-a-punch that you acquired in the main match will come in handy here. Now, if you're a player that utilizes the energy mine field upgrade, or the first one rather, pretty simply just toss it on the ground, eventually kill a bunch of the zombies. Although if you don't have it, you also need to do a bunch of training, which I showcase here. Now the zombies here can be pretty lucrative when it comes to killing you. They're very fast at killing you, so just try to train them as best as you can, run around in circles, try to get that staircase cleared up. Once the coast is mostly clear, you can make your way up the staircase, in which case a scripted smoke event will come out. The bots can see you through the smoke, but you can also kill them right back, so it's no big deal. There's only a couple bots on the staircase. Make your way up as normal. Once you get up to the top of the staircase, come on out through here. There's a few other staircases up here on the rooftop. Just come up these simply, and you'll notice that there's a recon station. You are simply going to upload to the recon station to locate Dr. Jansen's whereabouts. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but for me, the whereabouts of her were specific despite a large search area being present. Again, this might be a bug, it may not be, but simply, this is the location of Dr. Jansen. To avoid a lot of confrontation, as there are quite a few enemies ahead, simply parachute off at your own leisure and stay to the left as much as you can, and also try to dive into the water. You can avoid a lot of zombies, a lot of mercenaries, and not even get shot this way over here. Now, coming up is an area where you can do some parkour to get on the rooftop, and this will be useful later for your turret. Now, I accidentally use it here. As hindsight, it would have been wiser to use it later on, which you'll see why. This is where the turret mods that you acquired in your step 3 of a mental checklist earlier will come in handy. Now, once you reach Dr. Jansen's location, you'll realize that there is a slow climbing percentage to your left side of your screen. All you're simply doing is surviving whilst Dr. Jansen is currently making her way out of this cell area. Whilst you're fighting off the horde, a lot of exposition is given here regarding the story, so very keen to pay attention to that. Eventually, once the percentage is complete, Dr. Jansen will free herself, and you can now follow her up the stairs. Now, her AI is a little bit slow, but she will show you her way to the roof. Now, unlike what I did in the gameplay here, you're going to want to activate the turret right about now, as I have to use my personal sentry here, which is another $2,000 from the medium threat zone. Essentially, you're just surviving on a helipad until Bang comes by in the chopper and picks you both up. Once you're done surviving and you kill all the zombies here, again, train them, especially if you're a solo player, or use your energy blast if needs be. You can simply board on with her, more exposition occurs, and then you get a nice cutscene. Now the cutscene will be played here, but that is all from me, lads. This has been Ro from MW3 HD. Hopefully this has made this mission just slightly easier for you, if not completely easy or a cakewalk. If it does, my job is done. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Medusa Guides HD, signing off. Enjoy your day.
Is all this cloak and dagger stuff necessary? I'm the one who called you, remember?
I'm not the one that needs convincing. Keep walking.
Welcome to Operation Deadbolt. The boss would like a word with you.
The company hired me to continue my research on energy production from n-dimensional interactions. It was purely theoretical. Right up until it wasn't. As for Zakhaev, I had no idea I was working for a terrorist.
You're lying.
I thought he was the CEO. I'm a physicist, not a mind reader. And I wouldn't have had to work for him, or anyone, if you assholes hadn't shut me down. Zakhaev is still out there with even more weapons-grade Ethereum, but I happen to know he keeps it on his person at all times. Why would I tell you that if I didn't want him stopped? Look, I know this element down to its protons. I'm fairly certain I can find a way to neutralize it.
Fairly certain won't cut it. Can you do it or not?
Perhaps we should hear her out.
Please, I have to fix this. I may be the only person who can.
You better be right.
Extraction's going great. Gonna make a killing selling this Ethereum.
When I've enriched enough to make more of these, you can do as you please with the rest.
And what about our runner?
She's played her part. Find her and kill her.